Assalamu alaikum students, I'm your science teacher. In this online module, we are continuing our chapter Light and Shadows. As in the previous lecture, we have discussed about light, that light is the brightness that comes from the sun or fire. Here are the light sources that give us light. For example, TV, lamp, sun, torch, fireflies or glowworm. We have already discussed about the characteristic of light. Light always travels in a straight line. Light can be reflected. Here reflection means the bouncing back of a light from a source. Light can be bent or refracted. Refracted means the light changes the direction. Reflection. How does light help us to see the things? Light will be reflected in the same direction if hit polished, smooth, shiny and flat surfaces. It means that bouncing back from a surface when it is smooth, shiny and a flat surface. These pictures shows example of where we can see the light rays clearly. What do you observe about these rays of light? Do you notice that the path of a light in these pictures are straight? What does this tell you about how light travels? As we have already discussed that light travels only in a straight line. Now, what happens to the light when it is reflected? We know light travels in a straight line when it is reflected off a surface such as a mirror or an object. The path of a light changes direction. Knowing this property of light, light has helped us in many ways. Mirror is an example of how this property is very useful in our daily lives. A driver in a car is able to see the car behind his car by looking at the side view or a rear view mirror. Now you have to tell me that what would happen if the car did not have these mirrors. Here are the example of a mirror. We use mirror seeing our face. We use mirror in the car. Now we have to do activity book work. Please open your page number 95. We have to do this activity book work. Page number 95. Straight to the point. Here our aim is to find out the light travels in a straight line. We have to discover that how light travels in a straight pathway. We require material, two similar pieces of a cardboard with a hole in the middle and a candle. Now perform an activity. Prepare the setup as shown in the page number 95. Hold one card 30 cm from the lighted candle and look through hole. Adjust the card until you see the flame of the candle. It should be straight to straight. Place another cardboard about 20 cm from the first card and all sequence should be equal. Look through the hole of the first card and adjust both cards until you can see the flame of the candle. You have to see the candle from your eye. On page number 96, here are some questions that I have asked. You have to answer these. First question is, what must you do to the two cards while you are adjusting them to enable you to see the flame of the candle? What you do? You simply do that by aligning cards we can see the flame. You have to just align the cards so that you can see the flame from your eye. And the second question is that explain your answer that you have mentioned in your previous question. So we say that light always travel in a straight line or straight pathway. Next is page number 97. Here our aim is to find out how the angles at which light is reflected is affected by the angle at which light hits a mirror. How light affect when we change the rays or we change the pathway. The material we required a piece of a cardboard with a slit, mirror and a torch. And to perform this procedure, we first do prepare the setup that shown on the page number 97. Then place the torch at a position X and then switch on the torch to let the light pass through the slit on the cardboard. Observe the direction and when it is reflected by the mirror. Repeat this step 2 or 3 times, changing the position of the torch. You must also adjust the cover so that the light from the torch can pass directly through the slit and you can see them. Number 98, you have to do just angles of the light where when the torch hits the light to the mirror, what changes the direction. On page number 98, here as picture. Now we have to do an activity ICU. Draw a dotted arrows in the diagram to show how light travels such that the boy is able to see the ostrich. You have only draw a dotted line so that the boy can see the ostrich. And the second one is you have to draw bold arrows in the diagram to show that how light travels such that the giraffe on the right is able to see zebra. You have draw bold arrows so that zebra and giraffe can see one another. Based on what you have learned about how light travels, why is the ostrich does not see zebra? You have to answer this. Work. I hope you get it all my point. If you have any problem, you can ask me. And this is your homework today. You have to do page number 89 to 99 and also 111 and 113 of your activity book. Please do your activity book and I will see your activity book on Friday. Thank you.